Hey there and welcome to today's edition of our daily news roundup. We will break down the biggest financial news that can have future effects on the stock market, crucial sectors and the overall economy. First up, some relief on the inflation front. India's retail inflation dropped to a 7-month low of 3.61% in February. That's a significant dip from January's 4.26%, and it's mainly thanks to a sharp decline in food prices and sufficient production, which is a very positive sign for the economy. The big highlight: food inflation fell to 3.75% from 5.97%, marking the lowest level since May 2023. If we break it down, rural food inflation dropped to 4.06%, while urban food inflation fell even further to 3.20%. So what's getting cheaper? Vegetables, eggs, meat, fish, pulses, and dairy products have all seen a price drop. But with inflation well within the RBI's confirmed range, this could influence the upcoming monetary policy decision on April 9th. Will the central bank consider another rate cut? That's something to watch closely. Speaking of financial stability, Moody's has reaffirmed a stable outlook for India's banking sector despite some concerns over rising asset quality pressure. They expect a moderate increase in non-performing assets in unsecured retail loans, microfinance and small business loans. Loan growth, which peaked at 17% between 2022 and 24, is expected to slow down to 11% to 13% in FY26. Profitability might take a slight hit, but the good news is that net interest margin should remain resilient. And while the RBI's recent 25 basis point rate cut to 6.25% gave some breathing room, global uncertainty, especially US trade policies, could limit further rate cuts. Moody's analysis covers India's 9 major commercial banks, which hold about 70% of the total system-wide deposit, and despite near-term challenges, the outlook remains solid. So even with the rising NPAs, India's banks are expected to hold their ground. Now, let's switch gears to some major investment news. Singapore's sovereign fund Temasek has made a big bet on India's snack market, acquiring a 10% stake in Haldiram snack division for a whopping $1 billion. This deal values Haldiram's at around $10 billion and highlights the growing interest in India's fast-moving consumer goods space. Interestingly, Blackstone was also in the race to buy a stake but at a lower valuation. This investment comes at a time when Haldiram's is reportedly considering an IPO within the next year, which could be one of India's most anticipated stock market listings. Haldiram's currently holds a 13% market share in India's $6.2 billion savory snacks industry, and with its strong financial performance, net sales of Rs 4,551 crore in FY24 and a net profit of Rs 597 crore, it's clearly a powerhouse in the segment. And finally, let's talk about a major expansion move in the beverage and hospitality space. Ladhani Group, one of the largest Coca-Cola bottler in India, is set to invest Rs 11,000 crore over the next 5 years. Rs 8,000 crore of this will go into its flagship firm SLMG Beverages, with big expansion plans across Uttar Pradesh and newly acquired Bihar markets. They are setting up a Rs 1,200 crore plant in Buxar, another 15 crore facility in Bihar, and expanding operations in Lucknow, Amethi, Bareilly and Ayodhya. The motive behind this is to break into the top 10 Coca-Cola bottlers globally. On the hospitality front, the group is investing Rs 3,000 crore to double its hotel rooms in the next 5 years. So that's a wrap up on today's biggest headlines: inflation cooling off, banking sector stability, major FMCG investments, and a big expansion in beverages. There is a lot happening in the India's business landscape. Keep an eye on these trends because they are shaping the economy in real time. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more daily insights. See you in the next one.